Hello, welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. We are going to delve into the love-hate relationship that Techpriest and Siren have, and I have no idea where this is going to be going, but we're talking about games, mainly Shennannigens, Rainbow Six Siege, PUBG, whatever just happens to fall into the category of games and Shennannigens. I don't know, because every time I put Techpriest and Siren in the same metaphorical room, things happen, and they're not always good. So if you cannot purchase alcohol, I suggest you leave now. Legally, I mean. So, what's going on? What are we doing?
Rainbow
He's a
Six
punk-ass
Siege.
bitch.
Really? That's how we're starting?
That's how we're gonna start. We're gonna go ahead and dive right into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn. The show is about to start.
Claws have come out.
Oh, the claws have been out. They have been out. Yeah, Lee, you want to go first? Do you have anything you need to say?
Yeah, team killing's not appreciated in this fucking room.
But it is encouraged?
I mean, frowned upon, I think is the correct answer. Someone has a tendency to take out teammates at the slightest provocation, such as, oh, hey, please don't reinforce that wall. Oh, and she shot you in the back of the head.
Did I say do not reinforce that wall? I said it. Motherfuckers die when they don't do what I say. Is what happens.
I do what I want.
Not as I do.
So he likes to get a little butthurt. Now there was one time where I literally, like, maybe 2 seconds into loading in, my vape fell onto my mouse and it instantly shot him in the back, killing him. It was like round one vape, like this.
Oh.
It fell onto the mouse, like the top. Like,
so you have Butterfingers.
Killed him.
He committed homicide in game.
Yeah. And he was a little salty. And I.
Don't forget blowing up the entire team with C4.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they saw me put that C4 on that wall. But it seems like all of them.
I did not.
It seems like all of them just like naturally gravitated towards the fucking C4.
Because it's right next to the Rook armor, you know, that Rook put down for us.
I didn't see any Rook armor, so it's not my fault.
Because you blew it up.
It's their fault. And I was instantly kicked out of the game, so of course. A little salty, but they were a little bit more salty, sorry.
It was, yeah.
Who needs friends, man?
Yeah, right. Like it really at this point, it's just easier to play with randoms. They have a less chance of killing me.
Oh, but well, what was it almost? We were an overtime match, and Lee decided that.
No, that was the first round of the evening.
No, I'm pretty sure that was like the end of the fucking round because everybody in chat was pissed.
I may have hypothetically shot a hostage in the face because someone was hiding behind him. And it just lined up very well, and I saw movement.
When he says may have, he did. He shot them in the fucking face.
I mean...
and the playback was amazing.
We have to maintain a level of deniability. You do realize that.
Did we?
I will agree there. The playback was amazing because it's like, that was bad.
It's like we like replayed like one of the most painful things ever, and like Rainbow Siege was just like, I know you guys are kind of mad, but we're gonna replay it for you so you can be even more mad.
You know
That's
what
exactly
I keep
what just
hearing?
fucking happened. What?
I'm hearing Techpriest and Siren need a YouTube channel to rival Tug Tug Pirate.
No, we don't put anything in long-term storage because that's how hate crimes get reported.
He wouldn't. He fucking wouldn't. He wouldn't do it.
What, he wouldn't do hate crimes, or
Yeah.
he would?
Against me, he wouldn't fucking do it. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it.
Hmm.
But I agree. You want to start a YouTube channel of us playing Sage?
No.
Sage. Wait,
Yeah.
No,
are you smoking Sage?
Or different. What?
Are you smoking Sage? We're playing Sage.
All the
Wait, what?
Sage.
Siege? Siege or Sage?
Sage.
Siege.
That is probably the most white girl way of saying the word siege I've ever heard.
In fact, I am a white girl. Whatever. Fuck you all.
Hmm.
If you look at me, I'm very white.
I couldn't tell.
Translucent is the correct word, actually.
Actually, I'm black.
Anyways,
Well,
ignoring
your
those
soul.
words all over there.
Oh,
Wait.
what
Like,
was that? What was that about my soul? What was that about my soul?
Well, your soul is black. Why in your hair?
Wait. Are we talking about like Dolezal level, or what?
Thank you for getting that joke. No, I will ask, so I've started watching a lot of like the YouTube tutorials for Siege, and started sending them to Kinsey because that's the only fucking way she's ever gonna get a kill.
This is the
touch.
this is
Oh
the inside
my
of Lee's mind.
God.
He does
You
like what
just
psychological
did
torture or
not.
something.
No, but serious question. Do you feel like it makes you play better seeing like the meta in performance in action, however you want to say it?
No. I'll be honest.
I'm thinking
No.
he's gonna say it's quite obvious that it doesn't.
I'm not that much of an asshole.
Question.
It depends. Have you been drinking?
No, you've never seen me drinking. Ever.
Exactly.
Again, incriminating evidence.
Okay, first of all, what level are you on Siege?
80 something right now.
Okay. All right. Well, I literally today just leveled up to 50. So when I go into a party with you, you automatically get put with mostly people around your rank. So
Wait, is this
Yeah.
a ranking system like COD where you
Not
level
not
up
really.
like 100?
Ubisoft is like on and off about it. Like sometimes they'll throw in like, they fuck up the ranking system, but for the most part, it's pretty standard.
It doesn't actually really matter all that much in casual. It does in ranked, and ranked sucks. Ranked is like where you go to cry and feel bad about yourself.
They're just that good, huh?
Not kidding. Like it's bad. It's full blown. What the fuck am I doing?
Well, for the past couple of days that I've played like nonstop, I think the minimum I've been getting has been 5 kills. So you can go suck a dick.
Wait, is this like a Counter-Strike deal or what? Is it like you get kills and then you get in rounds and stuff like that?
I mean,
basically, it's best of first to 3 wins between your team.
Yeah.
Okay.
First to 3. And then
All the murder.
it's good. It's good. It's all it's still different from Counter-Strike a lot.
Now
but,
I have to get this.
I mean,
It
it's
is-
amazing. It's addictive.
It is probably hands down my favorite game available, and the fact that we're 2 years in and they're still not fully patched is a little annoying, but it does work out very well. Well, yeah, on the positive side, they are doing a really, really good job about like maintaining communication.
Uh-huh.
So I'll give them that at least.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a fan of Tom Clancy games. I never really delved into Rainbow until probably like a month and a half ago when I bought it on Steam for the summer sale, and I was like, fuck it. Let's try it. And then it was love at first sight. It was love at the first sight.
And honestly, I don't think it really compares to the previous ones.
Oh,
In
no.
the previous Rainbow Six, like I played Vegas competitively for a while, which was fantastic. But
Unfortunately,
but it is really, really, really good.
it is really good. It is really
I gotta
good.
go play it now.
It's like can't stop, won't stop. Good.
So like if you're just starting off, it's not that bad, right?
It's a little rocky, especially if you play with a douchebag.
I
For a
honestly,
partner.
my no shit recommendation is to just start watching a lot of the YouTube guys, because they go into how the mechanics of the game work, which helps significantly. Once you understand how to kind of what you're gonna need to do to be able to do well in the game, it does significantly increase your probability of winning.
Yeah, and get to know, like, watch operator videos. That's what I do a lot. Get to know the operators really well. I mean, because, I mean, you'll have your favorites, but on different maps, you'll want to utilize different operators for different things because they specialize in certain things that map, will have. So,
So you don't just select your own class.
No, it's very similar to like Overwatch and some of the other arcade shooters, arena shooters.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you said that, I could only think Overwatch with real guns.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Fuck
Did
Overwatch.
these come before Overwatch or after Overwatch? Or at the same time?
See? Beach? What?
Yeah.
I
Siege come
believe
before or
before.
after Overwatch?
I'm gonna say before.
Before 2015.
Okay.
I think, anyways. I don't. There's been a bunch of games with that kind of design to come out recently.
Yeah. It's like the zombie games of, like, what, 10 years
Oh,
ago?
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's already.
So this
10
is the
years.
age of the arena surge. What?
It's already been 10 years. Like I remember playing like Left 4 Dead. That game was
Big Left 4 Dead fan. Fuck yeah.
dude.
I'm sure
Absolutely.
I'm sure quite literally that is Lee's in-game plan for you.
What?
Left 4
Dead.
Dress up like a cheerleader. Where are we going with this one?
I will say
Wait,
about
what?
Sieges, the fan base is just fucking, it's terrible. I mean, just some of these fucking people you encounter are just terrible.
It's
Like-
it's one extreme or the other. There is no middle ground.
Yeah.
There is no like, oh hey, it's either the best people or the absolute most toxic. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Did mommy not love you enough?
We encountered so many of those.
I'm guessing this is personality-wise and not skill.
A little bit of both.
Oh, both. Absolutely both. Because the ones that were like toxic personality-wise were just absolutely toxic. I mean, like, no teamwork, no effort whatsoever. Like, they felt like they were the best. Like, they could do it on their own, like.
So, like, high school class or something?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of high schoolers that I mean, sometimes we'd even rage quit. Like, just like, I'm just like, Lee, I can't play with these motherfuckers. Like, let's go. Get the fuck out of this match. I'm not doing this.
No.
You at least mute them?
No, I mean, Lee muted a couple of kids. I did it.
Oh yeah. No, the kids are honestly the worst part for me. Like I can handle toxic, whatever. I've been playing online video games for long enough. That's not even. It doesn't even faze me anymore. No, it's the fucking obnoxious little kids.
Ooh, FOF has like 2 or 3 of those, and they're either Hispanic, Russian, or just pain in the ass.
No, I think you mean to say they're poor since they're playing free games.
And
poor children are the worst children.
Yeah.
Sorry, too close to home.
No. Yeah. Anyway.
But it's
Although Russian, though. That annoys me.
Are they Russian
No,
or what do you call this? Like Brazilian? Brazilians.
he can say that because he's not white. I can't.
But
No, I'm a little surprised, by the way, to hear you say that you don't think that the like the operator playthroughs and all that have helped. Because I know for me they have a lot.
well, I mean, it's stuff I've got to like. I can't watch. I have to like experience
Gotcha.
unless that's not like hands-on. I'm more hands-on when it comes to it. Like, of course, like watching it, like you get an idea, like, but then you're like, oh, well, I need to do it myself in order to like grasp the whole thing.
See, and for me, a lot of it's the mechanics of it. You know, as they're talking about weapon attachments, and they pretty heavily, a lot of the YouTube guys will pretty heavily break down the numbers of what X, Y, and Z do, which is for me really useful. As far as like operator selection, equipment selection, that and a lot of the shoot holes are just fucking like holy shit mean. And this is coming from someone who really enjoys the, you know, more challenging parts of the gameplay. But holy fuck, how did you figure out this position? You know, if you pop a floor panel, can shoot from a totally unexpected angle.
Yeah, those are fascinating. Though I will agree with that. Those are pretty crazy.
There's a lot of, because 97% of the environment is destructible, there's a lot of like, oh, hey, you just shot me from, you know, here through 3 walls because, you know, you play the game too much. Well done, bro. Well done.
Buckshot, Slayer of Drywall.
Yeah. You know, through a roof, through a sidewall, and through another, through a ceiling. But honestly, I do think it's kind of half the fun of the game. There's a lot of thinking to it, which there's not with a lot of the other shooters.
It's very tactical, which I'm not a very like tactical gamer, but this one has really like changed my mind about it in a lot of ways. Like I'm not a stealth. I'm not and which is weird because I love all the Tom Clancy games. Like Ghost Recon is one of the best games I've played within the last 6 months, and like it's stealth, like you know. And I'm not a stealth player. Like if it doesn't require stealth, I'm gonna go in there fucking blazing, which I still do in Rainbow, and I end up dead. So I
can tell you're not a stealth gamer.
It's glorious. I love watching it. Like I just stand back and go, okay, cool. We're gonna watch this fall apart. And sure as shit, 7 seconds into the match, is like, oh, and Kinsey's dead.
And it's taken me some time to pull myself back and be like, okay, Kinsey, like, don't go into that room. Don't fucking blow up that wall and go into that room. Like, you gotta like check the corners. You gotta check above. Like, you know, like, and it's taken me some time to get used to. So, and I think I've come a long way.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes, I've come a long fucking way. So, fuck everybody. Fuck you, Lee. Fucking asshole. But no, I mean, and we can, and of course, you know, me and him can argue about operators all the fucking time because we can never agree on anything because he's got shit taste in operators. Just go ahead and throw that out there.
Yeah, no, Cav is still useless.
No. Cav is not useless.
So basically the primary strategy comes down to, on defense, roamer versus anchor, team breakdown, to how many people you're going to have roaming off of the objective to try and kind of bushwhack the attackers as they move to the objective, versus people on the objective to keep them from walking straight in. I'm not a big fan of how heavy the roamers are currently in the meta, because for most for most objectives, as long as the team is communicating, I can get by with one person on the objective. For like secure area and hostage, which is a single point on the map, one person on the objective is pretty much good, and the other four, as long as one or two of them is close, can be running about the map, fucking shooting attackers in the back of the head. Disagreement,
Well,
Kinsey?
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Like what? First of all, I mean, like on your defense, or in your defense though, like you have what, two main roamers that are useful, like Pulse and Cav. But
I'm totally good to roam with Doc, Frost, Jaeger, or Bandit. Jaeger and Bandit specifically because their guns are so fucking good.
right, but I mean, like they're not, in my opinion, like if you're roaming, like you're tracking enemies, like you're basically pinpointing where they're coming from, so people on objective know, and then that's when like like IQ and fucking Frost, not IQ, Frost can come, like they know where they're coming from, and that's when you start to roam. But roamers need to go out at the beginning, which is Cav and Pulse. Those are the legit roamers. Now Pulse is kind of pointless because he's not silent.
Yeah, but he's so goddamn good with that bullshit fucking heart rate detector.
And that's what makes him
Pulse,
good.
well, yeah, and the fact is, like, a lot of it comes down to, can you manipulate how the game works? Because, like, Pulse, for example, I need to be very comfortable with pre-fire and with how I can kind of work the gameplay to my advantage. So all of the like destructible walls, I need to know where they're likely to come from, because it's going to impact my capabilities as Frost to intercept and to get the drop on them.
Right. Well,
so what does Frost do?
Frost is a anchor. Generally speaking, she's an anchor. She has deployable traps, which is one of the kind of interesting metas coming around, is the use of traps within strategic placement, for lack of a better way to put it. How to use traps to help force the attackers on the route that you want. And
so you manipulate the environment so that they get like.
but
anything to de-incentivize people from going a specific way. Oh hey, there's some long hallways that are always going to favor the attackers for the most part, because their weapons are better suited for it. Their assault rifles are, generally speaking, way more likely to kill you from a distance than the submachine guns that the defenders get are.
Gotcha. Okay.
So because of that,
I'm more terrified if I see Cav on the defense team, because literally, like, her interrogation method, like, exposes where every fucking enemy on the map is for a good,
about 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
10 seconds is the time, is 10 seconds, but it gives you, like, enough time to be like, okay, I see two over here by me, you can take them out. Like, Cav is terrifying, like, and also, not to mention, her pistol is 99 damage. Like, holy fuck, like one bullet takes him down. And she's got, her specialty is silent steps. So you don't really hear her coming, depending on your headset, honestly, but she's my favorite.
The big thing with Cav is you really need to have somebody who knows what they're doing with Cav.
Here we go.
Well, no, not even a jab against you. The biggest thing I've noticed playing against Cav is it's really all about who the player is. Because if it's a shitty player playing Cav, I'm totally good with this. Like, all day, every day, I'm not even worried about it. If it is a good player with Cav, you are fucked, because you're not going to know that they're coming.
Right, exactly. Which Cav has been all I've been doing for the past 72 hours, like on in game. Like she's the only one I've used, and like I said, bomb.com, like minimum of 5 kills each round. Like it's been good. She's great. She's my favorite. And of course Ash on the attack. Simple, but useful. But useful. She's simplistic. I mean, she just has explosives.
She has a ranged breach, which is really, really good for rooms adjacent to the objective. So if I'm in a room adjacent to the objective, I'm probably going to have to clear a hallway to move between. What Ash does is allow me to breach into the objective room without necessarily having to expose myself in a hallway. At a minimum, the hallway is likely going to have a camera, if not a defender. So that's where she kind of comes in handy, is the ability to, from a distance, start poking holes into rooms. Whereas the rest of us are kind of fucking stuck. Like, oh, hey, I can run up to the wall and, start poking holes with a shotgun or breaching charge or just normal fire, but you're just a little limited.
She's good. But I did play a couple of rounds with Ella tonight and really enjoy her gun. Her gun.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I was like, what?
Did you start playing with her shotgun at all?
No, just her. I hadn't even fucked with her loadout.
Oh no, the shotgun is fantastic. It is probably the best. I expected to get a nerf because of how good it is. Because she's the only one who can put a extended barrel on her shotgun,
Right.
And for most of the players, like, shotgun is not the correct option because they fucking suck. For
Right.
her, depending on the map, it's pretty viable.
No, I'll have to.
So how does that compare with the
mess with
Scorpion?
What was that?
How does that compare with the Scorpion?
The Scorpion is a fucking bullet hose. I main Ella whenever I can get her. Because she's new, she's kind of the new hotness, so a lot of people want to play her. But the Scorpion is a headshot machine.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Well, and that gets into the meta of, like, if you don't aim for headshots, you are so far behind the power curve right now. Would you disagree, Siren?
Yeah, absolutely.
Agree or disagree?
What? Say it again. Say it again. What were you saying?
Headshots are a must right now.
Oh, absolutely. Torso or big headshots, yeah. I mean, honestly, if you can't...
I don't even go for torso anymore as much as I can help it.
Sometimes your feet. Sometimes you gotta shoot the feet.
Yeah. Unless that's all you have, like, predominantly I'm going for
your head.
Head whenever I can, and it changes the way you start playing. I've started, like, you start walking around corners with your crosshairs at head level and not at, like, normally you'd go, oh, hey, torso's fine. No, like, my crosshairs are always at head level now because of this fucking game.
Yeah, I agree.
So wait, let me ask. So is this, like, still the same, like, Rainbow Six, where, a couple shots kills a person?
It is.
Depending on the gun, really.
It is, but it's significantly, like, it's not the Vegas 2 of yesterday at all.
So it's not like, Counter-Strike where you shoot somebody, like, 3 times in the head and they're still out dead.
No. Because of the netcode right now, there's this huge issue with what you're seeing on your screen versus what they're seeing on theirs. So basically, it's called the Peaker's Advantage, and if you're not the one pushing the engagement, you're behind the power curve, because the person peaking has this huge advantage in what they can see before it registers on everybody else's machines that they've moved, which is the netcode issues you'll see a lot of people talking about as far as Rainbow Six. Because basically, if Kinsey is set up in a room guarding like the doorway in, on her screen, she may only see my shoulder and she'll be dead because of the netcode.
Oh, gotcha. So whoever attacks, has.
Yeah. Whoever forces the engagement wins, basically.
I was going to say this promotes proactive gameplay rather than camping for the most part.
No, really, it's just broken. Like it was not intentional. It's just broken.
Oh, there's a lot of campers. Don't worry about that. And
Well,
of course, the natural spawn peekers, which that's really irritating. That's really irritating. It's like,
see, and I don't have an issue with the spawn peekers 97% of the time, as long as you have your weapon properly configured, as far as like optic and the whole nine. Like the spawn peekers are not my problem, because I've got a 2x scope and they don't, for the most part. Like, unless somebody's gonna do something
Right.
stupid like peek with echo, which actually now I would kind of like to see.
it may not be your problem, but then if it becomes a team problem, if motherfuckers just run up into that shit and start getting killed, then it becomes a problem for everybody involved. And that's what irritates me.
Well, and I think a lot of that comes down to, like, if you're not anticipating the possibility of it, like, shit's gonna go sideways for you. But it's just like smacking straight into a room because, oh, this isn't the objective room. There's no way in hell anybody would be camping here. Surprise, motherfucker! They were camping there. Yeah, that's why I said it.
Leave me alone! I told you, stealth gaming is not my type of gaming, but it's become better, okay? Eventually, I'll be able to just murder them all.
Yeah,
by myself.
And there's a lot.
What'd you say, Josh?
By force of grit alone, screw tactics.
There's a lot of that. If you don't know what to look for, you're so fucked.
Yeah.
So the learning curve is real.
It's been pretty real. It's been pretty real.
I'm really interested now. Do you guys recommend any plays or any YouTube, like you were saying before?
Yeah, I'll send you some links. I really enjoy Varsity Gaming for what he
I watched that.
As well as a couple others.
Yeah.
I was hesitant to ask. It's like, are you watching Siege School?
Well, yeah, no, I am. I really, really like his content.
He's very mellow, but he knows his crap.
Well, and I because I predominantly watch at work, so I'll have one headphone in. Helps significantly for passing the time. But yeah, the Siege School has been like one of those huge contributing factors to my kill death going up.
And on, of course, like Facebook, the gaming pages like have a lot of content that are like super, like some of them are super like funny, like shit that just happens in Sage. I mean, like it's just the gameplays are hilarious, or some of it's just really fucked up. Like
a lot of the latter. A lot of the latter.
It's probably one of the more interesting like games I've dealt with. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Josh, you should definitely get it.
Yeah,
definitely get
about let's see, 7 minutes out, so I can play it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, It's probably the most fun I've had in a while, as far as like flexibility of the game. You know, you have a lot of room to have fun with it, but when
Or
you
it could be
fuck
the
up,
most.
yeah,
fucking-
when you fuck up, you're gonna hurt for fucking days.
Or, like I said, if you just play with an asshole who just won't shut the fuck up about it, then yeah, you will be hurting for days. You will hurt for days. No one will leave you alone.
Which makes it like 30% more fun. Not even gonna lie.
And the weird part is there's these guys that we encountered that we started playing with, like, and they're pretty funny. But it seems like every time we go into a game with them, I seem to start team killing, and it's just solely with them. Like they're like bad juju or something. I don't know what it is.
You
Which
should
like-
just not hate them
Crosshairs,
enough to
crosshairs
do.
just somehow just like flows over.
Just
to their
somehow
wings.
like these, like just the combination of like the three of like Lee and then them just like makes me want to like fucking subconsciously like team kill. Like I don't know what it is.
We went
Crosshairs
from
just float.
your cause to team kill to you've planned it to you're acting on it.
Okay,
Well,
some
yeah,
were
every
planned.
time.
Some were pretty planned. I will say that some were planned. They were well deserved, but
Some
some weren't. Some weren't.
Some of them are malicious for talking shit.
Absolutely.
And how many
Okay.
times were you team killed for talking crap, Lee?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it, to be honest.
I witnessed a few,
Was
and
it
it wasn't even my doing.
was it mainly Kez who did this, or was it your new associates?
Oh
no,
no,
it's
no,
just
it was,
his
it was
fucking
her.
mouth.
I've not been killed by anybody else but her.
That's not true. That's
Wait,
not
each and
true.
every time.
I've team killed
only
other
her?
people. I haven't been team killed in a really long time, actually.
I can remember a couple of games ago that it happened, and you were pretty mad. And the guy was like, "Sorry, dude." And you're just
Oh no,
like,
wait, that I know the one you're thinking about. And yeah, I was really only mad because he fucking died afterwards. One of those
Let the
going
team
into
know, man.
overtime. Well, yeah, going into overtime, you just start looking at everything your teammates do. Like, why the fuck are you doing that? Why won't you fucking like play the way you're supposed to? It gets a little vindictive.
the judgment, like especially if you're like when you hear them say last operator standing, like your fucking heart is racing. You can feel the judgment from four people behind their computer screens. I mean,
It's just like 5v5 or like 3v3 arena. Wow.
5v5.
5v5, yeah.
And if you're the last one of the 5, you find more evil shit to say to your teammates, like people you've never met before. But why the fuck did you people die? What the fuck is wrong with you? Because your
heart's about to beat out of your fucking chest. Like especially if you're the last one, and there's like 3 or 4 still standing on the other team, and like there's only been one situation where I think I did reasonably well with 4 kills, but still at the end, and Lee's sitting over there like, don't go in that room, like doing shit like that, and I'm just like, okay, let me fucking do this myself. Like,
You're killed.
I did get killed, but out of everybody, I'm the one that took out the whole fucking team.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Your team or their team?
The other team, actually, believe it or not. And like in 2 that
don't
night, I
believe
was
it.
lagging.
It's a lie.
And on top of that, I was lagging really badly that night, and I still did it. And it's just
Oh
like,
yeah, you've never hated lag until you play Rainbow Six. Like you have no idea.
Oh, FOF is pretty bad, man. It's the way they wrote it. I think like the people that have like over 200 like start teleporting everywhere.
And that's exactly it. You start getting into like really, really just glitchy bullshit when people start getting really bad lag.
Oh yeah.
The
So
profanity
how do we
comes
do
out.
this? Like, are there like servers, or is it like a
It's
selected
matchmaking, more akin to
COD?
yeah. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good game.
So
I
how does
try
it
not to
compare to
talk-
like COD, like Ghosts, or like a COD?
I haven't played a Call of Duty since Modern Warfare
Fair.
2.
How does it compare to Modern Warfare 2 in terms of like weapons and all that?
The weapon
Like,
selection,
gaming
it is more akin to, I don't even know how to word it. I don't know how to explain it. It is more akin to like the Gundam games of old, where each player had to bring something to the fucking table, and if you have one shitty person in your lobby, congratulations, you probably just lost.
Oh, gotcha.
So
So it's highly
it is a
teamwork
legitimate.
oriented.
Yeah, it is definitely a very teamwork-oriented game.
So I can't just go by myself and like kill stuff.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, you'll do okay playing by yourself, but there reaches a point that it gets really fucking old.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games where
Oh, because when you die,
communication
you
is
have to
key.
wait out the round, like CS.
Yeah, no. If you die, there is no respawning. There is no like, oh hey, I'm just gonna hang out here and I'll be back in 15 seconds. No, if you die, you wait out until the next round.
Oddly
And
enough,
it's like 3-minute rounds or thing, right?
Yeah, about 7 total from start to finish.
7-minute rounds, so 7 times 3, so best of 3, 21 minutes probably. Unless it's over.
For first 2-3, so anywhere from 3 to 5 rounds total.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So that's pretty long. Like a gaming session, probably like
20 to 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay, that's not so bad.
No, it's not too bad. And it's like I said earlier, like it's definitely one of those games where like communication is key. Like you have to like get on there and talk to people, which I personally don't like doing because of my situation as a female. So that's another thing that like I hate, but like Rainbow just has changed the game, so I mean I can't really.
Well, you should get like one of those voice changers that turns your voice into like a tranny.
I mean, it's not. I can literally lower my voice to sound like a guy. Like I don't have like a super high pitched female voice. Like I don't have one of those voices. Like I can sound like a dude, but it's just like why?
You sound like a sexy Batman.
It's just like why do I have to change who I am? Because motherfuckers can't keep it in their pants. Like.
Well, this is Rainbow.
Hashtag all the hot.
I mean, it's just the harassment is real. Like it's been awful, and like it's funny.
And by awful, she means hilarious.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's great because Lee can just idly sit on the sidelines, like just watching this whole shit go down, and I'm just like.
What do you think Josh and I have been doing for like the last 45 minutes?
Oh, fuck you. It's bad. Like we've met some cool guys and like, but the whole asking for nudes thing, like that gets a little out of control. Like, Lee's over here like making bets with people like, hey, we win this game, like she'll send you nudes, and it's just like, okay, can we stop now, please?
Which is funny
I'm not
because
following through.
It's yet to actually get us to win a game.
Exactly, and I'm just like, well, there's no fucking point. Like, no one's gonna win. We're not gonna win, so stop saying it, please.
But it's
You need to
really
get, like,
funny.
And you need to make like an emoji of yourself, with the parentheses and the stuff, and just send that.
Yeah, just ASCII.
It's fucking, it's terrible. It's terrible for a female gamer. I'll tell you that. It's terrible.
Hey, we met the one other one in all of Rainbow Six.
Which one? Oh yeah.
And she was cool, but horrible.
Yes. Absolutely terrible. Yeah.
And I do really like Siege because you'll have people like jump into game like, hey, I haven't played in 6 months. Please be forgiving.
No.
Yeah, they'll let you know. And you're just like, I'll think about it. Like, I'll think about forgiving you.
So is it like advisable to get the year 2 pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll want to.
And honestly, I would go ahead and just buy the year 1 operators as well. I think it's like $10. Because otherwise you're going to be grinding for a while to be able to get any of the decent operators.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So that's how it works.
Yeah. It's you get renown for every game, and then the renown's used to buy weapon mods and operators. And if you're like me and you have every operator and you have everybody configured the way you want them, you just end up with 50,000 renown sitting there like, cool, I can buy uniforms, I can buy headgear, woohoo.
You can accessorize.
I know that's my favorite thing to do. You get some really good gun skins and stuff on it, and you get charms and pimp it out. It's pretty great. It's pretty fucking great.
But yeah, that's about it, Josh. It's definitely an interesting gameplay dynamic. To be honest, like I got Battlefield 1 when it came out. I wasn't super impressed. I even tried to go back to it. After a year, I tried to go back to it right before we got back into Siege, and it's just not fun anymore. After playing Siege,
I agree. Absolutely. Yeah. Battlefield 1 just fucking
Yeah, I played a little bit of like multiplayer, but like the single player kind of turned me off on it.
Yeah, but yeah. Have fun. You'll enjoy it. Do what Lee said and watch all those videos. I don't know if it helped you. It didn't help me really, so I mean, it depends on the person.
I was gonna say, is it because you came from what you would view as a biased source?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, just gotta learn it on your own.
My comment in chat was, you have to want to get better.
Trust me, I wanted to get better, especially for somebody to leave me the fuck alone. You feel that?
Yeah, well, yeah. No, I do think a lot of it really comes down to,
Just playing.
Well, I see, and just playing didn't help me. I think I had like 90 hours prior to us getting back into it. I'm gonna double check right now, actually. How many hours I've
video
got
here? Look, Rainbow Six Siege by Varsity Gaming, ranked, LS distracting as sets.
Yeah. They needed to bring something in for the weeaboos.
Weeaboos.
So
that whole Blizzard thing with Tracer.
So in PvP, total time played on Rainbow Six, I have 127 hours. And honestly, when Kinsey and I got back into it, I was at like a 0.5, 0.47 KD. I'm back up to 0.89. I had a huge, like, thousands of kills I had to make up before I could even start looking at going positive. And a lot of it is in the 50 hours I've logged since then, is understanding how the game works is really, really key. if you don't understand how the game works, you're not going to do well.
Absolutely. Which a lot of that time I spent like not understanding everything. So, which I sadly learned and and
Right.
but now it's a lot easier. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. I find it a lot more fun lately, at least. So.
Well, and I do think that is definitely a lot of it. Is it's not a game you're going to have a whole lot of fun with if you're not good at it.
Isn't that any game?
It's worse than just about anything else I've ever played in that regard. Like a lot of games you'll still enjoy because, oh, hey, teamwork, and, you know, like the people you're playing with are fun. No, Siege, if you fucking suck, you're not going to have any fun.
You're not. Try out the situations first before you do anything instead of like jumping into multiplayer like I did. I was like, situations, like, fuck it, I don't need it. And then my
friends, Sean, let's do this.
Well, and go ahead and just, you know, like, prove that you're a badass. Just go ahead and jump into ranked.
Well, you have to wait till you're level. You have to wait till you're 20 until you can do that. So.
No. Don't be no bitch. Fucking jump straight into ranked.
He has to wait till he's level 20. He can't just jump in there at level 0. It's not gonna fucking work.
Anyway,
I'm gonna grind. How long does it take to level 20? I can
grind, not very long.
Not long at all. Okay. Not long at all. But I don't recommend ranked at level 20.
I don't recommend ranked at all, to be honest. It is where the tryhards go. And I don't say that as a compliment. It is where you will see the douchiest fucking behavior, because that's where, you know, it's all about doing good. And if you can't fucking rate, it's gonna hurt.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just stay casual. It's all casual. It's all casual. Eventually, I would like to get into ranked.
You know, I'm a little bit like older. You know, so like I'm feeling that my like reflexes aren't as good as they were like maybe 10 years ago.
Well,
I mean,
are we getting into geriatric territory now?
Yeah, man.
I wasn't on.
Repetitive stress injuries.
I'm an old geezer.
Freaking old, man.
Yeah, I've got a couple years on you. I don't want to hear shit. Fuck you.
Carpal tunnel.
That means you're only like 25, Josh. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Old.
I'm old.
This way, I'm pretty sure most of the week, I think he was dislocated and I didn't know it.
Oh, but you know, I love it. I love that fucking stupid ass fucking game. I love it.
It is actually probably hands down my favorite game I've played in regards to incentivizing you to do well. And by incentivizing, I mean punishing you when you don't do well.
Yep, got a lot of that.
Gosh, man, I am so excited to play this game now.
Don't need such gory details, Josh.
Now, what's gonna happen is he's gonna go into his like first like multiplayer situation, and he's gonna like it's gonna be the worst fucking situation he's ever been in his gaming career, and he's gonna be like, "What in the fuck? This game sucks."
Oh yeah. If you don't like try and rage quit at least twice in the first 4 hours, I'm questioning if you got the real experience, because it is that.
It's absolutely enraging. I mean, it's just fucking terrible.
I feel a Ricky meme in the making here. Oh, look, Rainbow Siege. No, it's awesome. No, it sucks.
The memes. I love looking at memes of Siege, and it's just they're fucking great. Like they're great.
You will definitely, by the way, see a huge
Huge what?
fan love for a lot of the operators. Chanka, for some reason, I don't know why we love Chanka, but you have to love Chanka.
I don't understand the Lord Tachanka cult.
But no one does. That's the point. He is
You
our
will
People are
Lord.
literally calling for.
He's useless. He's not any good.
No. As Lee put it, he's like the Down syndrome child of the fucking operators. And it's just like, oh.
And I mean, that's funny. I definitely could see me saying that, but I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, you said it. You said it. It was in a game with Icebox when Icebox fucking took Tachanka, and you were just like fucking Down syndrome baby of the family over here. I was like, oh God. Terrible.
Once we get into mental health things, all the stories come out. In particular.
And there's a lot of that, like, if you don't have a sense of humor about shit, it's just gonna hurt. Well, it is. Like, I'm not even playing. If you can't laugh about the fact that, you know, your entire team just got wiped, it's just gonna hurt more. So at least laugh about it.
I never laugh.
You never laugh. You never laugh about this.
No, I've never laughed about your whole fucking team dying. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Not dying, getting wiped. There's a huge difference.
I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible. Yes, you do have to have a sense of humor, but also you have to have a lot of fucking patience. You have to have a lot of patience with this. Yeah. If you've got patience, you'll do okay. And you gotta have a lot of patience in people. Oh my God.
Oh.
And people.
Patience in people.
That might also be like that might be like a deal breaker for most people with this game, which I can definitely see why. But yeah.
I don't know what you're insinuating.
You wear on my patience is what I'm trying to say right now.
Why are you wearing her patience?
Wearing on my patience? Yeah, leave my patience alone, please. You're infuriating at times.
I mean, that's kind of a life goal.
I was gonna say, what do you mean at times? Because I'm pretty sure he dedicates a good chunk of his time to doing that.
You're right. You're right.
I'm pretty sure it's like a subroutine for me.
But yeah, Josh, you're more than welcome to play with us or me. And Lee hasn't been playing lately, so it's just been me. But yeah, you're more than welcome to play me. Yeah. It's
what if I go like random and then we get put on like opposite teams? Are you like?
It doesn't work like that. Whoever you want to be up with, you stay with.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But no, hands down, I do want to say it is some of the most competitive, like enjoyable gameplay that I've found. Even in casual, you know, people will give the tryhards a lot of shit, but it is really all about, you know, are you able to bring it for the team? Are you able to hold your own and go at least semi-positive KD? Especially in casual, where that's not really all that hard.
So wait, tell me about like the defenders and defectors.
So the defenders, the new hotness is the trap operators. Just because so many of them are new. The Ella and Legion are the two newest. Ella has what is effectively defenders.
Okay. I thought we were talking about.
Yeah. Ella has what is effectively a mobile drunk mine, which is going to make you play like shit for about 30, not even, like 10 seconds. But more importantly, it lets them know where you're at.
As a defender.
Yeah, it means that the defenders know where you're at. Because when you trip it off, it's going to make a noise. And a lot of it is really all about forcing attackers to make a noise. You know, oh hey, I know where you're at now is a huge advantage. As far as the rest of the defenders, there's a mix between like the augmenting defenders, the people who bring shit to your team, be it Rook, who drops armor, who is probably my suggestion for beginning operators, because everybody loves Rook. After he puts down his armor, he can go die immediately, and he still helped his team. Well,
Sure.
because you're going to, like, as you're trying to learn the maps, you're going to have issues. So, oh hey, Rook died, but he dropped armor. Cool, we're good with this. The other big one for beginners is Doc. He has a ranged heal, which is the only healing in the game. And he has basically 3 shots that each recover, I want to say, about 30 health. So kind of useful in that regard, in that you're able to heal operators, but it requires that they be close to you, which is, in some cases, just not going to happen.
But you also encounter, like, a lot of docs. They don't heal anybody but themselves, kind of like every healer in every fucking game. So, I mean, use your healing sparingly, and don't be a selfish asshole, you know? So just watch out for that.
That might be hard.
But yeah, a lot of that. As far as the defenders, Castle is a choice taken by a lot of noobs. He's not really all that heavily used, except for in conjunction with specific strategies using, like, Mira, who is one of the newer defenders. Mira is super, super useful in that she deploys mirrors onto any breakable surface, including those that have been reinforced. And it's a one-way view pane that you can break and shoot through. The thing with Mira is a lot of people don't really know how to play her and how to use the mirrors effectively. Another one of those YouTube taught me the way. Because it is really all about being able to effectively use her tools either as observation ports or firing ports. And in both cases there, the way you place needs to change.
Her gun is pretty good also.
Oh yeah, her gun is fantastic.
But let me get this. Choose a good class. Aim for the head.
Honestly, for $10 more, instead of doing like the first year operators, for $10, for like $20, you can get all the operators. I would just go for that.
How do I do that? Which part of it?
It should be in one of the bundles.
Is it the year 2 thing?
It should be just an operator bundle. Operator bundle.
Say again.
Go ahead.
It should just be the operator bundle. And when you go to the operators, it'll say, I think it's down. It should be like a strip down at the bottom of the screen, and it's $20 for all operators. Like, you just outright buy it, because if you buy the season pass, it's only going to make it cheaper. It's only going to make the operators like 22,000 around instead of like 25. So on top of the, so you're gonna pay $50, but I mean it's going to be well worth it.
This is rough. Okay.
Yeah, the game may only be $20, but there's a reason it's only $20 right now.
Ubisoft.
Well, yeah, they're gonna get you on the DLC. But no,
you gotta set up a Uplay account, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, I like purposely haven't played Anno 2070 because of this.
No, I honestly, I kind of do really like Uplay, because they are doing a really good job of being able to get people into matches. What I would really like to see is the ability to set like a looking for group function, for lack of a better way to put it. So, oh hey, 30 people on my friends list are playing. I want to be able to flag it as I'm looking for other people who are playing, and it'll drop me into one of their lobbies.
I think I only see like weapon skins and sets. I only see year 2 pass, and that's it.
The original operators you may have to be in Uplay to buy.
Yeah, I think you do.
Gotcha.
That's one of the things. It'll ask you to like set up account. But I mean, just go ahead and do it. Like, yeah, it's a necessity. You know, it's a necessity, and you can keep up with everybody, everything.
Okay.
So.
Do that. I don't necessarily know that you have to buy the season pass is nice because you get all the operators for free, but it's only the season 2 operators, and the vast majority of the like core gameplay requires the season 1 operators. Thermite, Habana.
How long does it take to like use renown to like unlock these other? You need to like.
Let's just say a while, depending.
Like a couple of weeks.
No, like two good matches.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad then. Okay.
What you need to do to get you some renown? Go ahead and go into the tutorials on it, and I mean you don't even have to watch the tutorials. Just click OK, and it instantly and there's 3 of them. For every tutorial that you say that you did, it'll give you 200 renown, and then once you finish all 3, it'll give you an extra bonus 200. So you're looking at about 800 renown immediately.
And how much renown does it take to unlock one? Is it like a set amount?
Most of them are going to be about 500.
Oh, okay,
that's
1,000. That's not crazy.
Yeah,
okay.
No, it's not crazy.
It scales up for your first handful. Basically, like the first one you get is like 500. The second one you get from a counterterrorism unit is like 1,000, 1,500, and then the last one from that team is going to be 2,000. So it kind of scales up in that regard, but it is once you get a couple, make sure you buy attackers and defenders in turn. Don't do what a lot of people do. Have like 3 on attack and then like 7 defenders, or vice versa.
Gotcha.
It's really easy to do because it's like, oh hey, the attackers, oh I need this and I need this. No, you really don't. What you need is a handful of operators on both sides, so that if your main gets picked before you can, or on certain maps, basically all maps, you should have either Thatcher or Habana, and Thermite or Habana and a Thatcher, because you're going to have to breach through reinforced walls.
Gotcha.
Like, at a minimum, fucking people should be doing this. You can kind of get around it for defuse the bombs, which is there's 2 objectives, so things don't get as reinforced. But on like the single objective maps, you really need to be able to get through the reinforcements, as it's going to open up a hell of a lot more options for how you tackle problems in the game.
Gotcha. And you have to get past those problems. Like,
yeah,
there are like places where, if you don't have them, you're not going to succeed.
Oh yeah. Operator choice is honestly probably the biggest thing as far as like how I'm going to assess if we're going to win a game or not. Is that first round, like, okay, cool, let's see what operators people pick, and if they pick stupid shit, congratulations, I'm probably not going to win. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and call it, like, fuck this.
Rage quit.
Am I wrong?
No.
Well, no, Kinsey's shaking her head.
I mean, every once in a while, yes, you're wrong, but I think, yeah, I mean, that's definitely agreeable. I agree with that, but also at the same time, it also depends on how you utilize your operators.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, we can go in with literally no motherfuckers with, like, anything we can blow through, and it just kind of depends on how you utilize your operator. If you're good, if you're, I don't know. There's so many factors. It's just.
So if you lose the game, it might not be your fault.
I mean.
Oh yeah. It's definitely a team.
It will be your fault at first, but eventually you'll get to the point.
It's definitely a team thing. Like if the team sucks, congratulations. Like you're not gonna win. It happens. It is what it is.
Every time we've ever gone into a match, of course, the first thing Lee says is, "Hey, how's everybody tonight?" And like if they answer, like even just like with a really like stupid fucking answer, like not very good, dude. Like we know that like they answered, and so like they're open to communication.
Yeah.
But then the motherfuckers that don't say shit, we're just like, yeah, this is gonna be a good round. Like that's how I can tell normally.
So people who don't say anything, that's a good round, or
always normally a bad round.
The opposite of that. Like the communication's so key in that game.
Yeah, that's
another 5v5 you said, right? So
yeah, 5v5.
5v5, okay.
I hate
which is why if you're down even one player, it's a huge deal.
Yeah, it's kind of like fives on like Arena. You know, it screws up the balance, and then you're trying to survive, right?
Yeah. If you like load in with less than like 4 people, like it's pretty, there's no good gonna come from this. So 4 is doable.
What if you have like superhuman reflexes?
It's not really enough. Seriously. Like on occasion you'll see an ace or 2, but they're very, very rare. Ace being 1v5 and one person killed the entire enemy team. And generally speaking, those are Smurf accounts. They're secondary accounts from somebody.
Yeah.
So what are those little like little remote control cars that have cameras on them?
That is your best friend. That is the beginning of the game. Like you need to be scouting. And the thing with that is you need to be doing it as a team. You need to be communicating, making call outs for who is where, what operators you're seeing on the enemy team, where they're at, who is roaming is a huge, like super important call out that nobody seems to fucking make.
And if you're getting interrogated, like you need to let a motherfucker know.
Even just in the prep phase, if I know that so-and-so, Cav, for example, because she's one of the biggest roamers used, if I know that she's on the 2nd floor, congratulations. I know that, I need to watch out for her. If I don't know that, shit goes sideways really fucking quick.
So wait, when you can get interrogated in this game.
One of the operator's special abilities is to interrogate.
So they press a button and then you get interrogated, or
basically if she downs you, so oh hey, I took X amount of damage, I'm downed, but I'm not dead yet, I can be recovered. She can interrogate you, and it is it's going to give the position of everybody else on the team.
Which she's the one that I was talking about earlier. That's my favorite because not only does she interrogate, but her specialty is silent steps, so you don't hear her coming.
Oh, like, this is Ella.
No, this is Cav.
No, this is Caveira.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Cav, okay.
Yeah, you don't hear her coming, so she'll pop out of fucking nowhere. I mean, she'll down you, half health, and then she'll interrogate you and reveal everybody's fucking positions.
So you can like listen to them, right? You can hear her footsteps with a good like.
Listening in this game is the most important thing you can do. Like that is that like the and like props to them because like it's got the best sound out of any game I've ever played. Like it's like so realistic and like I mean like you know exactly what's going on around you. Like and it's kind of frightening at times. but like
that is honestly another one of those you need to know how the mechanic works. Because like sound, it's not a straight linear line. It takes the shortest path without resistance.
Oh,
so
and
like,
and they use that like in the game.
Well, yeah, no, like the mechanic itself. Basically, if you don't think of it as the path of least resistance, just like water. It can go through a barricade, it can go through a wall, but it's not going to. So it's going to take the easiest way to get to you. So, oh, hey, I'm hearing something on my left. Doesn't necessarily mean they're coming down the hallway from the left. It just means that that was the shortest path without going through a wall of the
of sounds.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. Hey, this seems really interesting. Oh my god.
Yeah, the meta is honestly like almost a little bit more fun than the actual gameplay.
What's meta?
You don't know what metagame is?
Yeah.
Meta?
Gaming the game.
The point to which you're no longer playing just the game, but you're playing against the players who are controlling the characters and figuring out every single aspect of it rather than just you hitting buttons that make things go bang.
Oh yeah. I understand that. Yeah.
Hitting buttons in this game will not get you anywhere. Ever.
I thought it would get you dead.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
Or do you?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm still here. Still kicking.
Man,
Haven't committed
I should have
suicide
gotten this
yet.
game like years ago, just like Witcher 3.
Oh, Witcher. Oh, stop. Let's not talk about it.
Why? It's my
I
favorite
love
game ever.
I know. It's definitely my number 2. Definitely my number 2.
What's your number 1?
Rainbow. Rainbow,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Hands
Let's see how.
I don't know. No, it's between Rainbow and old Battlefront 2.
Oh god,
yeah,
those Battlefront is fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still playing what do you call this? Fallout 4, and I've downloaded some mods, and it's really okay.
Let's not even talk about Fallout 4.
It's really
New
okay.
Vegas or bust. New Vegas or bust.
I've got to completely agree there. Like the Vegas is the definitive Fallout.
Yeah, it has a better what do you call it?
Desert or die.
For real. No, like Vegas, Fallout New Vegas has a better like storyline.
That not even storyline. Fuck that. Like I've played the game too many goddamn times to care about the storyline. No, it's just the better game. There's no more goddamn settlements that I have to go fucking save.
You know what I did with Preston?
Kill him?
No, because I can't kill him. He's essential. So what I did was I opened up my console, I clicked on Preston, and I typed in save Preston. Poof, my game's not broken.
You broke up there, dude. I can't really hear you.
What I did with Preston was I opened up console, I clicked Preston, so he has his FOID.
Yeah.
And then I typed disable on the console and then I press enter. Poof, magically.
That's actually genius. Like, well done, dude. Well done.
Yeah, and it didn't break my game, so it's a lot more tolerable now. Freaking Preston hard. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, those that's the siege
So
shenanigans.
okay.
Sage?
I'm going to.
We're just gonna add a bit of lemon pepper on top of this.
No.
Garlic.
Siege. You know what the fuck I meant. Fuck off.
Speaking of which, I think it's time to end the show. We are 20 minutes out, and, well, we'll catch you next time. And cool music plays, the lights go down.